Hi, welcome to week 5, collaboration. So we are on the back 9, as I think golfers say. Second half starts now. So yay for that. Let me walk you through what Blackboard looks like. Add a few things of my own. I thought I would be here in kind of the heart of Hillbrook's campus. This is our outdoor stage around the village of friendly relations. If I pan around here, see a blown out sky, but also some buildings that were built in the 1930s in response to World War II. Students that lived here back when we were a boarding school decided that they needed to have community, like physically have a place to build community. So they actually went to the bank in town and got a loan and built this village. It's kind of incredible. We recently added this kind of amphitheater built into the stage. Thought it'd be a good time, and the lighting's pretty good. It's dark in the tech office to record the video. So it's a good place to talk about collaboration. So let's talk about collaboration a little bit, right? We are at a time now where it is so easy to collaborate. Do you remember like pen pals? How hard that was to even find a class to collaborate or connect with? Not even collaborate, just connect with. And once a month, you'd get a letter. We can do so much more. It's really just our mindset of what school looks like and what we did as students that limits us. So my favorite example of this was a project I did collaborating when I was teaching second grade. We connected with a fifth grade class about an hour away, and then that fifth grade class obviously connected with us, but also connected with high school English teacher also about an hour away. So we're all down in Southern California. And we decided to do this because we came up with an idea for a presentation at Q, at National Q. By the way, start thinking about that. It's the 14th. They're due on the 23rd, so you have 9 days if you want to put in a presentation for National Q. You get to attend for free. It's like $300 if you present. So that's actually what got me into presenting, among other things. So yeah, we're like, yeah, that'd be cool to like help our students help each other and like collaborate, right? Like that's what Google Docs is. And what we came to find out, and where I stand now with collaboration, is that I think the most powerful thing we have with all of these devices is that blue share button inside of Google Drive, right? So in a doc, you click that blue share button, and anyone in your class can publish that to anyone in the world, right? If you stop and think about it for a moment, so powerful. That same blue button, click on that, and you're able to collaborate and have people edit, comment, revise anything, any presentation, any spreadsheet, any document. So powerful. Um, and then within those, I mean, you can even link from one thing to another. If you don't know Lisa Highfill, start Googling her now. I'll throw links in my announcement this week. She recently put out a HyperDocs book. The whole idea behind that is that these documents are websites, right? Google Slides is a website. You open up a web browser. So you can link to a Google slide from anywhere, from a Google Doc, from a spreadsheet, from one Google slide to another, from one Google slide deck to another slide deck, from whatever. A slide can go to a Google Doc can go to another Google Doc, and that can go to a new Google Doc, and that can force a copy of on and on and on and on. And so if we start to think about all of these things in Google Drive as super easy to create, super easy to share, super easy to collaborate websites, that really starts to change everything. So I think the name of her book's HyperDocs Handbook. It's good stuff. You should pick it up if that sounds interesting. She also has a recording on Q16s. So Q has a playlist from Q16 last March. Um, she has an hour talking about HyperDocs. So that's in a playlist, Q16. It's good stuff, for sure. If we actually take a look at Blackboard, where it says readings and goes through a bunch of stuff, Padlet is good stuff. If you don't know it, VoiceThread's feeling a little bit dated these days. So, for what that's worth, KidBlog is great if you want to get students signed up with blogging. KidBlog is a great way to go. That video from Adam Bello that's hyperlinked, it's old. It's 6 years old, so the format's changed a bit. But what you get out of that is Adam Bello. Follow him. He is an amazing dude. He just is finishing up a fellowship at the White House. Among other things, he's the CEO of Breakout EDU, similar to an escape room where you have to break out. Breakout EDU is actually where you break into a box. So he's the first CEO to that new company. It's good stuff. And then Collaborate Classroom used to be pretty cool, and it's starting to not nearly be as useful as it used to be. So don't get your hopes up too much on that one. KidBlog's good stuff. Padlet's still rad. And yeah, so discussion board is obvious enough. I want to jump the assignment a little bit and talk about some screencasting. So you guys talked a little bit about Screencast-O-Matic in the discussion board last week, or this past week, so like week 3. That's a great one if you want to have the screen and your face. This is face. If you don't know, I don't know why I'm pointing to my face. If you want both. So right now I'm just using QuickTime Player to record me. So it's just you open up QuickTime Player on an Apple computer, and then File, New Movie Recording. Similarly, if I want to screencast, and it's simple, QuickTime Player, File, New Screen Recording. I have Camtasia that I paid for. So I think that's about $100, and they could do some pretty powerful video editing features. So I would pretty much ignore everything else. Jing is there. I'm going to leave it there, but it's just it's obnoxious and it saves stuff as Flash movies. So either Screencast-O-Matic, if you want a free version of screencast and face with a camera. QuickTime Player if you want either just your face as a movie recording or just the screen as new screen recording. And if you want it to be fancy, Camtasia is the way to go. There's a handful of things you can do to create some videos for the iPads. My favorite of all of those is Explain Everything. Educreations used to be great and free. Explain Everything is like a virtual whiteboard. It's just white and you can draw stuff on it and record voices. Really good for students, especially like with fluency, or if you want, when they touch the screen, pardon me, there's a little like laser pointer that will track where their finger is. So super cool with that. And then assignment 5, collaborate. You're going to look at this from kind of 2 different ways. You're going to look at it from a student perspective and then as a teacher perspective. So Padlet is great. I'm glad that you're forced to do it. You are going to be kind of put on your student hat with that, and you're going to write on a wall. So it's kind of like sticky notes on a wall. It's a cool way to kind of brainstorm amongst other educators. So cool. Should be pretty straightforward. It's good stuff. They're also easy to embed if you have a website, and you do. So then you're going to put on, I think your teacher hat is on this one. Anyway, they all kind of work both ways. A collaborative Google Map. This one's super cool. You should totally steal this lesson. Just like a Google Doc, you can create a map and collaborate on it. I did this in 2nd grade with my students. I did this when I was teaching 2nd grade, not when I was in 2nd grade. We didn't have the internet when I was in 2nd grade. They did like an ancestors project. So we did like the paper and pencil version of that, like all the other senior grade classes, and we had a collaborative Google Map. The cool thing about this one is that when you add a place mark, you can have links to images. You can have like an image, you click on it, and then an image pops up on that little push pin. You can also embed YouTube videos. Super, super cool. You can actually have a little slideshow. You can have several images or videos in a one pin. Super, super cool. And then collaborative Google presentation. I did this just last week with 6th graders to talk about collaboration as part of digital leadership, is what we do for our iPad rollout. So it's good stuff. This, if you happen to use Google Classroom, super easy. You just make it an assignment in Google Classroom, and then when you link from Drive, you say students can edit, and then every student can suddenly edit one Google slide deck. So super easy to set it with them and create as an assignment. So yeah, there you have it. So now that I've scrolled, that was all. Those three things I just went through. That's all from the student's perspective. This is me putting on a hat. I'm very bad at acting. And then for the second half of it, you're going to do kind of the teacher's part and create your own collaborative project. So this one should be pretty fun. This is a good opportunity to encourage you to kind of reach beyond yourself, reach beyond the four walls of your classroom, and start diving into some social media a little bit more than wherever you are. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. If you're not following me, I'm easy to follow on all those places. On the Meet Your Instructor thing, we can always hang out and chat over there. So, yay! Happy week 5. As always, let me know if you have any questions. Now I'm going to come over to QuickTime Player and click Stop. Happy week 5.